My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq.
Welcome back to this expanded edition of NBC Nightly News on the night that Operation Iraqi Freedom is unfolding fast in the air and on the ground.
But right now, we are literally at the front lines. There are no American units, at least not with the 3rd Infantry Division, that are ahead of us right here into Iraq.
We will use all of our skill and all of the tools of our trade to take the fight to the enemy.
Train to kill and to win, and that's all they do. I mean, there's no roundabout way of saying it.
20 years ago, a shock and awe campaign would mark the beginning of Operation Iraqi Freedom. The mission was clear: take out Saddam Hussein.
The gravity of this moment is matched by the gravity of the threat that Iraq's weapons of mass destruction pose to the world.
On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war.
The U.S. invasion was quick. Saddam Hussein would eventually be captured and killed, but the fighting in Iraq was just the beginning.
And there were a couple people that I remember who had some questions about, like, okay, well, why are we really here? Those feelings, being in combat, quickly go away when there's bullets flying at you.
The years after the invasion were a series of hard lessons: civil war, insurgencies, countless Iraqi and American casualties. By the time U.S. troops pulled out, an estimated 200,000 Iraqis died, many of them civilians, while more than 4,500 U.S. troops lost their lives. Many tens of thousands more suffered permanent scars.
And I remember my head was bowed in prayer like it was before every mission. And then I'm not even a kilometer down this road. Boom.
Dan Nevins didn't think he would survive that IED explosion.
I remember reaching up for my legs because as they were stuck in the vehicle, and I'm laying in the dirt, and I felt the unmistakable arterial blood spurt with every beat of my heart, and I knew I was going to die. Making my peace with God. Saying goodbye to my wife, my daughter, and just sort of giving up.
He lost both his legs and endured years of painful recovery.
Early on when in the hospital, you're surrounded by so much pain and suffering, like this spark of humanity that just keeps you going. You're like, well, if that guy can smile, then I can smile.
As time went on, he learned to manage the physical wounds.
Started learning to walk again. You notice that then the invisible wounds, especially the emotional wounds, started to become more prominent.
Today, Sergeant Nevins has a new mission in life: teaching yoga and meditation, something he sees as a silver lining to the war.
I often say that I'm glad I had these experiences because it's made me the person today.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.